And this is exactly why I am so picky with my anime. Because when an anime brings you to tears, and literally hits you in the feels, there's nothing that can beat that. So, do not go for mainstream anime. Like, I'm fucking telling you right now, boo. Like, go for, like, beautiful, like, amazing anime that, like, is literally, like, it's hidden, okay? Believe me, it's hidden. Not many people know about a lot of the anime that I like, because not a lot of people like looking for anime that's not well known. Because, like, if nobody really knows about it, then what's the point in knowing it? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't give a shit, okay? If it's a good story, I'm gonna watch it. And that's exactly the situation right now, because I've been really picky with my anime, and I've consistently been knocking down anime and not watching a lot of anime and, like, just ignoring a lot of anime in search of a really good anime to compare to the anime that I know are good. And I found it. It's called the legendary King Arslan. Arslan? I don't remember how to pronounce his name. But basically, it's about this young boy who. I don't want to spoil it, but. You know what I just. Forget it! We're just gonna do a spoiler alert. Because, like, literally, I cannot hold back, okay? I'm sorry. But. Whenever I ever been known for self-restraint anyways, like, that's not a thing that I do. I mean, probably should be a thing that I do a lot more often. But eh. um so it's about the young boy who actually is proclaimed crown prince of this kingdom, but is actually a commoner and, like, not of royal blood at all. But and I haven't gotten far enough into the story to know exactly why the king and queen adopted him, but they did. And the king is freaking ruthless and heartless, and all he cares about is his glory and his power and his greed and conquering and fighting wars and just winning. And all the queen thinks about is her next bag of jewels and her next, like, dress dripping of silk and jewels, and her next conquest, because apparently the king doesn't pay her enough attention, so she feels neglected. So she literally goes out in search of conquests and, like, has affairs. And then both the king and queen completely ignore this little boy, even though they adopted him. So yeah, that's great. And then on the little boy's, like, 14th birthday, they went to battle with, like, this kingdom that's basically like the Crusaders. They're supremely religious, and their religion is based off of arrogance, and all they care about is serving their god by being the best that they can be and destroying any heathens that don't believe what they believe. Even children they will slaughter, entire villages, purely because they don't initially believe in what they believe. Like, I'm sorry, they're not born into your fucking belief. And if they reject your belief, then move the fuck on. Like, don't slaughter families. And sadly, this is based off of the truth, because, like, literally, the Crusaders, like. But anyways, the stupid king and the son, the prince, are going to battle with this Crusader kingdom or whatever, and then the Crusader kingdom wins because of the king's arrogance, and then the king gets captured, and then the prince like ends up fleeing, and the prince ends up like going on a super long journey and like making friends along the way who he's like gathered as like warriors, and he even has a strategist, and like he's so adorable though, because like he's every right to have hatred in his heart and to have envy and to like dislike the king and the queen and to dislike his kingdom and forsake his kingdom and just like move on and decide to like live in a remote town somewhere and like live peacefully. But instead he's like, my father is captured, like I have to help him because he thinks he needs to repay him a debt even though he's like literally done nothing. And like he's so honorable and like so nice and gentle and naive also, but like it's just amazing seeing him grow from such like a young boy who's like suffering so much but like still smiling anyways because he's basically like the face of like the kingdom. Like he's the precious little boy and like he's a pretty face that the king and queen can add to their collection of trophies. And but he turns out to be like this like amazing person and this amazing warrior, and like he just doesn't see like an example of how kind he is. Like he literally had like a battle with like these like people who were like betrayed him, like they were soldiers of his kingdom that were still alive, and they ended up betraying him and going off with the Crusaders. And I call them Crusaders, but they're not actually called Crusaders. I don't know what they're called, but I don't remember what they're called, but I'm just gonna call them Crusaders because they're basically Crusaders. And they even have the same type of chainmail and like helmet kind of shit. Like it's ridiculous. Anyways, so like he had to battle with these like traitors, and he like they ended up defeating them, and most of them died. Well, actually, all of them died because none of them would like give up. Oh wait, no. Like majority of them died, but then there were a small few who like ran away, and he didn't chase after them. He just like let them run or whatever. But the remaining that died, he like literally had one of the friends that he made while he was like on his like little journey or whatever, to rescue his dad, like was a priestess, and he had her pray for the soldiers, like even though they betrayed him and his kingdom. Like are you serious? And the fact that he's so loyal to this kingdom even though he's literally like stolen from his family and adopted by this king and queen who don't even care about him, and like he's just he's like, I don't know, it just like gives you hope for like people and like humanity, even though it's fictional and like this would never happen. It's still just like so sweet that you just can't stop from watching. And like, but it also really pisses me off sometimes because literally there are certain people in there that are just like, I want to murder you, like like they're freaking annoying though, because like literally he ended up like reaching this fortress and like gaining the support of these like people, and he like had soldiers behind him, and then they betrayed him because they wanted his kingdom or something, and like they were just trying to like attack while he was weak or something, and like it was so ridiculous. Like oh my, like I was just like so pissed off. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, he's finally making progress. But no, they have to be a fucking asshole. And just like, really? Are you just... That boy, like, oh my god. Like, he deserves everything in the world. And then, like, freaking, like, suffers so much. Like, he's fucked up. Anyways, but there's also, like, this huge conflict. Because apparently, the king was, like... a while back like brothers with the true king, but then he and the true king like had a son or whatever, and like they were living happily or whatever, and then the king like got pissed off and like wanted to be king and was jealous, so he literally like killed his own brother, and then he burned down the castle and like almost murdered the prince, like the true crown prince. And then the true crown prince like came out like and survived, but he was like so full of vengeance and like hatred that like that he was like against Arslan and like against the king, and like just wanted revenge and hated everyone. And like it's just so sad that like this boy was turned into such a monster. And like I don't know, it's just kind of like not everyone's like evil purely because they like were born evil. Like some people like just turn evil or just turn like ugly or bad because of like the situation that they've been through. And it's really sad. And then there are like people who are like the prince, like the boy prince, who are like so like noble and so honorable and so like honest and like so sweet that like they don't like, they're literally like angelic, like oh my god. And it's just so great to see him like grow as a person. And this anime isn't really well known at all. Like I've never seen it in like those stupid like anime memes or like the stupid like I don't know, like the anime gifs. Like I don't really think nobody like really knows about it too much, which is a shame because it's a really great anime. But also great to me because I don't have to deal with people's shit. Because another reason why I don't like watching mainstream anime is a lot of it is like kind of recycled, or a lot of it like runs on too long. Like One Piece would be a kind of cool anime if it like didn't have like literally 1,000 and something fucking episodes. And then like the majority of them are fillers and kind of stupid. And like, okay, I can handle a longer anime. Like I think the longest anime I've ever watched was like 100 and something. I can watch like a really long anime as long as it makes sense and you're not really needlessly filling in shit just because like you don't want to waste money or something, or you want to like have a budget. Like are you kidding? Like that's ridiculous. Like you either need to make your anime shorter or you need to like make your anime like actual quality over quantity. Like are you kidding? Yeah, that's why I typically watch like shorter animes, like 12 minutes, like 12 episodes or so, because like I usually don't have the time or like the patience to like watch a full-fledged anime that's like 100 and something episodes. Like I just don't. But this anime is different because it's literally like it touches my heart, okay? And it also like is so inspirational and like so historical and just is kind of like a really deep meaning, and like I really correspond with like the meaning behind the plot and the characters and everything. And like it's just like amazing. Like I really love this anime. Yeah, they just like truly make you feel. And like it's just it's kind of disappointing that there's so many animes out there that are like this but are shit fucking hard to find because people want to watch fucking like Death Note, which literally like the first 12 episodes were good and then the last 12 episodes were complete shit. And then what's that other one? Fairy Tail? Like Fairy Tail, okay, like Fairy Tail is like her Naruto, like oh my god. I think I've talked about Naruto before, but like I really don't like Naruto. Like I mean it's cute for like 2 seconds and then you're done, and then you're just like, okay, these characters are literally so generic, and like even the like villains are like so cheap, and like they just I cannot. I think the only like anime that's like truly mainstream that I've actually really liked was Attack on Titan, but even I got like bored of Attack on Titan after a while. And then oh, what was that other one? Seraph of the End got kind of popular, but not that popular. And like it's still one of my favorites, but also like not my top favorite. Like it's pretty up there, but it's not the best. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, just a lot of the anime that are like mainstream, like I've tried to watch them and I just can't complete them because like I literally just like my brain is just like, this is so boring. Like I can't unless I can resonate with the character, and a lot of times the most like the more mainstream ones have like really generic characters or characters that are funny but they're more like stupid funny, and they're not like really like, I don't know, I don't gravitate towards them as much. And also like I freaking hate how like if you don't like in the anime community or in the otaku community or whatever the fuck you want to call it, like if you like the mainstream anime, people are like, oh my god, like I love that anime too, like you want to rant about this, but then if you disagree with them on some like major point of the anime, like they freaking lose their shit on you and go batshit insane, and you're just like, whoa, like chill the fuck out, like it's just an anime, okay? It might be a good story and it might resonate with you, but like that doesn't mean that you have to freaking freak the fuck out over every little fucking thing, sweetie. Like Jesus, calm down. And then, so it's just better not to like. I'm not a mainstream anime kind of person. Like I'm not a mainstream type of person. Anything. Like I freaking hate a lot of things that are super popular right now. Like pop/rap music. Like I freaking always hate pop/rap music. There are only a few songs that I really like and listen to. And then, like a lot of the mainstream anime. And I hate Netflix shows. Like a lot of Netflix shows, like just I don't watch. Because like I don't like watching shows because like they just take too much of my time. But honestly, like that's kind of a stupid excuse because like I watch anime. But also like, I don't know. I just feel like shows are just a waste of time, except for anime, especially if the anime is really good. But like a lot of times, I don't know. I'm not really into live action. I mean, like real people shows. Um, and then yeah, I just not that into like mainstream stuff. Like I don't know, just like warrants unwanted attention, I feel like. And I mean, granted, there are a few things that I really like that are kind of mainstream, like a few video games that, like, literally it's impossible for you not to like because they're literally the best. Like Detroit Become Human would be, like, being one of them, because, like, really, like, that's, like, such a revolutionary video game. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, it's so great. Oh my god, I love it so much. But yeah, like, I don't know, I'm just, I really like fading into the background and just doing my own kind of thing. And you can't do that if you're, like, into a lot of the stuff that a lot of other people are into, so I typically just avoid that kind of stuff. And I don't really like it anyways, so why pretend, you know? But yeah, anyways, this is my second video of the day. I don't know. Bye, I guess? I don't know.